Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Got Rip over there, got my coffee and my cute Charlie Brown pumpkin patch mug. I'm here with Empties. So this is 99% vendor empties, but I have one Scentsy item and I have one retail item. I just did a whole dedicated Scentsy empties video just because I had a lot of Scentsy, but I finished one other thing since I filmed that video. So I thought, let's just throw that in here. So I'll start with the Scentsy and the retail item, and then we'll get into all of the vendor wax. So the one Scentsy item that I finished is a counter clean. This is in the scent Johnny Appleseed. I really love the counter cleans. I use them not only for my kitchen counters, I use them in the bathroom sometimes. I've used this to get stains out of carpets. I use this to clean off my patio table. This is a really universal product for me. And my mom, who's really not into scents and fragrances, smelled this when I was cleaning off the patio table a few weeks ago. And she was like, what is that? That smells so good. And so every time I use a counter clean out there, she always comments on it. So I don't know, I might need to see if she wants one or not, because I've got plenty I can give her. She really likes him, and so somebody that doesn't normally like scent, that to me was kind of surprising. The Johnny Appleseed scent is a perfect fall apple fragrance. Really enjoyed that. And now I am using Autumn Road Trip, which I also just love. So that was the one Scentsy item. For retail, I finished up these Airwick essential oil like plug-in refills. So this is a dual pack. This has glowing campfire and starlit sky and winter woods and frosted ivy. This is what it looks like. So Natalie got me into these Airwicks. She's talked about them on her channel before, and I was looking for something stronger than my wallflowers from Bath & Body to really scent my space. I really only use things like this in a couple areas. I want to use them in my hall bathroom. I do not have a warmer in there. I've had issues with warmers in there in the past, taking paint off the wall. So I'm done with warmers in that bathroom. So I wanted something for there, and then I wanted something for my office. That the way my desk is situated, it's in the middle of the room, and so there isn't anywhere to put a warmer per se, unless you want a cord hanging, and not going to do that, especially with a dog. That wouldn't be very smart. So I have no warmers in there either. The scents that I use in the kitchen and in the living room really cover the office well, so I don't really miss a warmer in there, but I wanted to use a plug. So Natalie talked about these a lot, and that they were really good quality, that they scented, you know, for the vast majority of the oil. So she, I think last Christmas, sent me some, and I've been hooked ever since. I really love them. They last a long time, and I enjoyed these two scents. My favorite ones being the Winter Woods and Frosted Ivy of the two, just because I like the tree. So I have many of these, but I will eventually purchase those again in the future. So that is it for anything that wasn't vendor wax. So this isn't wax, but it was from a vendor. This is from Zeep. This is a poison apple body spray. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, just take my word for it. Poison apple. I definitely am going to miss Zeep in terms of body care. I never really got into their wax a lot, but I liked the body care, their mist, their lotions, their scrubs. They had some great scents. So poison apple. So this was sent to me from Diane a few years back. So thank you, Diane, for this body spray. This is apple, but it had a lot of spice qualities to it. It was warm. I've used this the last few Septembers and really, really enjoyed it. So glad to have finished it, but we'll definitely miss it. I do have a few other fall Halloween body sprays from her as well, so I'll be using some of those over the next few weeks. Next, we'll start with the one-offs. From Super Tarts, I finished off this clam in Fall Float. This was gifted to me from Natalie because I don't think she really cared for this, and it has cola in it, and I love cola. Cola, pumpkin ice cream, buttercream, and cupcakes. Yeah, this was really nice. You definitely get the cola, which I love. Super Tarts has my favorite cola. It just smells so authentic. There are other vendors that I really enjoy their cola scents too, but something about the way Super Tarts does it, I love. So you get the cola, you get a little bit of the pumpkin. Very pretty. Thank you, Natalie, for that. From Rose Girls, I finished off this mini melter bag in Lakeside Morning. This is the Bath & Body Works type. This was gifted to me from Christine. A lot of gifts. The next one's a gift too. A lot of gifts in this one. Thank you. I'm so blessed. This was gifted from Christine. This smelled amazing on cold. It's just a very fresh, aquatic, slightly fall leaning fragrance. Almost smells a little bit masculine, a little bit cologne-like in some ways. Smelled great on cold. Unfortunately, I did this whole mini melter bag in my open concept and I didn't get any throw from it. I mean, like 0. So I don't know how old it is. Maybe I should have double bagged it. Maybe it was just the day that I warmed it, but I did not get any throw from that one, unfortunately. Okay, this one might be one of the winners of the week. I think it is. This is from Rainbow Melts. This is Scream. This was gifted to me from Crystal, the owner of Rainbow Melts, and I need more of this. Not immediately, because I have enough fall wax, but for next fall, this was beautiful. This is Sugar Cookies, Spiced Pumpkin, and Oat Milk. Now, I'm not a huge pumpkin fan. I don't know if it was the oat milk, the sugar cookies in this. It was very bakery and creamy pumpkin. It wasn't overly spicy. It was very, very creamy. Almost makes me think of like a pumpkin sugar cookie. Very sweet, beautiful bakery. I did this in the open concept. And actually the day I melted this, I had pumpkin carving candle from Bath & Body Works going. You'll see some candles here in Empties soon, I hope. You know, I'm not a big candle person. I don't really like them. They make me nervous. I have probably 10 candles left or so. So I'm trying to burn them when I can, like when I'm home and can watch them and just, you know, obviously I'm burning them when I'm home, but when I'm going to be home for like many hours to actually let them cool out and get a good burn in. Most of the candles that I have remaining are fall candles. And so I'm on a mission this fall to use some candles. And so I thought that pumpkin carving candle would go great with this scent. It was beautiful. It was so pretty. Great performer. Definite highlight of the week. Absolutely would get that again. Lavender and Speckles. I have quite a few of her samplers. So one from the pine cone sampler, which I love, masala chai and cinnamon pine cones. This one is nutty and spicy masala chai, freshly baked cinnamon buns, and roasted pine cones. Not my favorite of her pine cone blends, but I have had this one in the past because I've purchased her pine cone sampler many times. This one is definitely on the spicy side. I get the cinnamon bun. It's very roasty, toasty. Great kitchen, open concept, almost Christmassy type of fragrance. I enjoyed this. I love her roasted pine cone oil, but not one that I would get solely on its own. Definitely get it again if I buy more roasted pine cone sampler in the future. And then I'm on my mission still to get through my cups. I'm almost done. I'm really close to being done, I think, with these. Not that I want to be done with them because I don't like the scents. I'm loving the scents. This has been really, really fun. I just don't like this formula as much, and I don't love these lids. So I'm trying just to kind of clear them out. So from Summer's Sophisticated Sampler, we have Sophisticated and Palo Santa. I'm going to try to move through these pretty quick, but enjoyed this one a lot. Sophisticated is the Angel Sheer type. That one was really nice. From my bourbon sampler, French Bourbon, Books, and Vanilla Musk. Beth has now named this as Whiskey and Words, my favorite from the bourbon sampler. It's so cozy. It's so upscale. It's slightly sweet from the bourbon. It makes you think of sitting in a library and having bourbon. I love this one so much, and I don't think I'm biased with this one. I think this one just truly is that good. Love that. Is there any more from the bourbon sampler? Yes. Autumn, flannel, and bourbon. Also really enjoy this one. The autumn flannel is very smoky, so it gives me a smoky, woodsy quality to the bourbon. I have more of that in like a full-size bag. Another sophisticated scent, sophisticated and by the fireplace type. So the two just classic perfumes blended. I got mainly sophisticated from this. I think that scent is just a stronger scent in general, a stronger oil, but I'm not complaining. So pretty. Summer, you did such a great job on that sampler. And then Coastal Pine Cones, Apollo, and Clothesline. I want to say somebody also did a Coastal Pine Cone sampler, but I can't remember who it was, so I apologize. This one, definitely get the Clothesline, very fresh, very laundry. This one in particular went for days because that Clothesline was so strong. I can't say that I got a lot of Apollo or Pine Cone from this, but very fresh, very crisp, and laundry forward. So that's it for Lavender and Speckles. Then for Second and Spruce, I melted a few. First up is a Clam in Ghost Pumpkin. So this one was just offered in her latest pre-order. I did not pick up more. I really enjoyed this scent, but tried to keep my order small. And I did. I feel like it was I think it's a pretty reasonable sized order. So I'm proud of myself for that. Beautiful fragrance. I hope that if you like these types of scents that you picked this one up. White pumpkin, falling leaves, fig, vanilla birch, and amber. To me, this one is a very upscale pumpkin scent. It reminds me of something that you would smell in like a boutique during the fall. A little bit reminiscent to me of white pumpkin and driftwood from Scentsy. It doesn't have that driftwood note, obviously, so it's not as earthy maybe as that one is. This one is creamier white pumpkin because you have the vanilla birch, you have the amber, but yeah, very upscale boutique type of pumpkin. Great performer. Another one that was on her pre-order list, and I did end up getting some more of this one, but I wasn't positive what I thought about it, is Catching Z's. So I melted this on pre-order day. I really enjoyed this. I mean, I liked this on cold. I knew I enjoyed this scent, but on pre-order day, I was like, well, let's just melt it and see if you really love it and want to get more. And I ended up getting another mini loaf. Catching Z's has notes of house lavender, coconut milk, santal, and pink sugar cookie bomb. I really get the santal in this too. I get house lavender is, I think, a mix of sweet and herbal lavender, if I'm not mistaken. So you definitely get some herbal lavender from this, but you also get the sweetness from the coconut milk, the pink sugar, the cookie bomb. This was really pretty. Love this for my bedroom. It was just a nice, soothing lavender bedroom scent, and I'm glad to have more of that. And then last from Second and Spruce, from Elizabeth, she gifted me Island Beach Party. She actually gifted me quite a bit of Island Beach Party, which was such a shock. I came home one day and I had a package from her, and it had a couple mini loaves of Island Beach Party in it. And so I melted one pretty much immediately. This is Beach Party, which is her Beach Nights type, and Pina Colada Cupcakes. I love this scent so much. Luckily, I've got quite a few of you have sent me some mini loaves, and then I have a couple tubs of it, so I'm definitely stocked up for next summer with this scent. But I love this. A lot of people say they don't get the Pina Colada Cupcake, but I do. I mean, it's Beach Nights heavy for sure, but I also get that sweet tropical Pina Colada. And it's so interesting that this is a scent that I'm just gung-ho about, because I'm not really a pineapple person. I don't love Pina Colada. But just something about the way this blend is blended, I guess. It's so beautiful. And the pina colada, it's not that artificial pineapple. I hate that oil. It's not like that at all. It's just creamy, tropical beach nights. I love this so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for sending me that. And then the last vendor is Teddy Bees. Went through, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 souffles that I went through in the last probably 2 weeks or so. First up is Team Apple. This one I feel like not that many people enjoyed when this pre-order happened, but I really like this scent. This is apples, vanilla frosting, sweet sugar cookies blended with sugar and spice. To me, this is similar in the same family as I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples. They're not identical, but just in the fact that to me, I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples really leans apple body care. And I also get apple body care from Team Apple. It's very sweet. I don't get a lot of spiciness to this. It's a very sweet, sugary, frosting, heavy apple. I really enjoy this one. I did this in my open concept and I have a loaf left of it and I'm very glad for that. I melted one of Natalie's favorites, plum and peppercorns. Really enjoyed this one. I did this in the bedrooms. I split it between all the bedrooms back here. This is sweet plum, saffron, and black peppercorns. Great performer. If you like Emma of Normandy from her, you would like this blend. This one smells very similar to Emma of Normandy to me, other than like that one is a lot fresher and this one has kind of a deeper, spicier tone, I guess because of the saffron and the black peppers, but that plum oil to me is identical between the two blends. So if you like Emma of Normandy, give plum and peppercorns a try if it ever comes back, which I'm sure it will when it comes back. The Black Dread. This one I know this label peeled off, so I kind of stuck it back on there haphazardly. I know that Stephanie loves this one and I had never warmed it, and so finally I pulled this out of my melting basket and warmed it. Fireside, smoked oud wood, cedar, warm embers, and roasted marshmallow. Fortunately, I really did not get any throw from this. It was very, very light. I mean, it's a very nice, smoky fireside marshmallow scent. This one was chopped. I must have cut this up last fall thinking that I would melt it, and I didn't. And when I did my melting basket and my chop and chat, you know, for this fall, this was the only wax that was chopped previously. And then I chopped everything else in my melting basket, and, you know, and everything's ready to go now that I can just kind of grab and choose and not have to chop every day. In any case, I don't know if chopping it a year ago was the problem. Sometimes I feel like if you chop your wax, it loses scent, and that doesn't really make any sense to me because you're not removing the oils, but I've heard other people having that experience too. And this one, since it was chopped, I just don't know if it was just this fragrance or if it was because it had been cut up for the last year. In any case, not one that I would get again, or maybe I would get another souffle at some point just to try to see if I get better performance, but it's a marshmallow fireside with a lot of oud wood, so it's not something that I feel like is incredibly unique to my collection, and I think I have other things in my collection I just like better than that. Witches Be Crazy for roasted pine cones. Actually really enjoyed this one. This is the only souffle of this that I have. Did this in my open concept. It is birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, a pinch of cinnamon, spiced vanilla, and roasted pine cones. This is very Witches Be Crazy heavy. You have to like a cakey pumpkin pecan waffles. But I got the hints of the roasted pine cone. I wish the roasted pine cone would be a little bit stronger, but this was a very nice Witches Be Crazy bakery. Great performer in my open concept. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Really, really liked that. And then lastly, Old World Apothecary. So I melted this one on pre-order day because this was on her pre-order list and I wanted to see if I needed more of it. This was poured October 11th of 2024. So this was offered in that same pre-order a year ago, and I hadn't warmed it yet because I was waiting for it to cure, and then we got into spring, summer. And this is definitely a fall winter blend. So you don't normally have much time by the time the Teddy Bees pre-order lists come out until the pre-order to kind of melt or see what's in your collection to see if you want more. But I was able to melt this one, and I did pick up another souffle of it. Dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mulled citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, and hints of warm spice and vanilla. Very tree heavy. I feel like you get a lot of the cypress in this. I really enjoy this one. You get the cypress, you get the balsam. It's also kind of warm and cozy, probably from like the charred firewood or the spice. I think the cypress makes this unique because Teddy Bees has so many amazing tree scents. I love her tree so much, but there's a lot of them that have pine, balsam, etc. This one has the balsam as well, but I think that cypress just gives it an extra deep, dark, kind of mysterious feel. Really, really pretty. I have a souffle in my collection already from last year, and then I just picked up another one, so I will be good with those two for a while. That is it. Those are my vendor empties plus a little extra for the last few weeks. Really hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day and being here. It means a lot to me. I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.